Well, hello, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my channel. This is Cheryl. I so appreciate you being here, joining me, no matter where you are. And I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. And I hope that you are looking forward to the new year. And what I want to do is something a little bit different today. I want to try out a session that I'm calling Coffee and Conversation. And so I want to implement something a little bit different as we move into the new year. And so today, what I want to do also is what I want to call is a year in review, or reviewing all the things that I feel went well in 2024 and what I can improve on in 2025. So grab a cup of coffee, tea, juice, water, sit back, and let's get started. And this is just going to be a casual, low-key chat session. And so throughout this, you may hear me sipping on my coffee, and I hope as I go along, you'll be enjoying your beverage as well. So I'm going to sip a cup of coffee right now. There, that tastes good. So I hope your cup of brew is as good as mine. And as I said, I apologize right now, but if you hear me sipping, I'm enjoying my coffee because I do want this to be an enjoyable session today. So some of the things I want to do as we go along is I want to start fresh, a fresh start, letting go of all the old things and looking forward to the year ahead. And that is actually a biblical reference because in Isaiah chapter 43, verse 18 and 19, it tells us to forget the former things, not to dwell on those things, because God is telling us He's doing a new thing. He is making a way for us. And also in the New Testament, in Philippians, it also tells us to forget what is behind, looking towards the future, and pressing forward to the goal. And so that is what I want to do in 2024 is looking at goals versus systems and processes. So how can I improve? So, and I also heard a podcast. It says nobody can learn if we don't share. And so I hope as I share more in 2025, that you will be engaged in subscribing to my channel, liking my posts, and sharing it with your friends, because that's what it's all about. It's all about relationship building and building community. And that's my goal, one of my goals in moving towards the future in 2025. And so some of the things that I think I did well in 2025, that's not what I wanted to share, but that's part of me too, is when I look at, some of the fonts that I use, the elements that I created on my own shapes, my own elements here, adding these to my planner pages, my digital planner pages. And I did get a new iPad in 2024, which I'm really enjoying. I gave my old iPad to my granddaughter. So this is the iPad Pro with the M4 chip. And with this particular iPad, you have to use the Apple Pencil Pro, which is what I'm using as well. So shapes, I did those. I used some of the shapes in GoodNotes 6 as well. Most of the fonts that I used were GoodNotes fonts. Now you can see this is actually, this one here is a PNG that I did in Photoshop. So it has a clear background, which means it's a PNG file. So those are some things. And also this one here, difference maker, that's another Photoshop file. And so, as I said, I want to share more of how I do those things and share with you so that you can see some of my processes. And so I really enjoyed in 2024 creating my own elements and getting away from, even though I love Pinterest and downloading some of those, I did purchase some elements from other creatives. Breezy Organization is one that I use. A friend of mine who is on Facebook, some of her fonts that she shared, K Digital Studios, and you can find those on their YouTube channels as well. So those are kind of some of the things, designing my own digital planner pages, creating additional planner pages, and also I like doing photo editing. So maybe some of those processes I like to share going forward in 2025. And so again, and that's part of what I want to do in building community and relationship building. So these shapes I did in Adobe XD, which is a program that I really enjoy using. And also another program that I enjoy using is Adobe Express. So these elements here were from Adobe Photoshop. And even this one was a free photo in Adobe Photoshop. So Adobe does have some free programs. They have a free version of Adobe Express, which is, if you're familiar with Canva, it is Canva's competitor in Adobe, which I really find Adobe Express a much easier tool to use than Canva. Seems to me more user-friendly. So let's take another sip of coffee. Here we go. All right. So what's next? I talked about 2024. So let's look ahead. Let's look to what lies ahead. And so, as I said, I want to do more low-key chat sessions, behind the scenes process sessions, how I do things on my end so that you can see, and I like to share those processes with you. So part of that for me is, writing my vision, my goals, and my plans in 2025. So I like this phrase. It says, my vision is bigger than me. So if you've been around in my, watching my videos, you know that I enjoy Bible studies and I enjoy sharing those files, those processes with you as well. And so, in the scripture, it says to write the vision and make it plain. So, and that's my goals, my vision, my processes, my systems. Those are all things that I like to share more with you as we move forward in 2025. And as I look through and planning this session today, the Bible has a lot to say about, dreaming dreams, seeing visions. And so, I wanted to, what does God have for me moving forward? And so, those dreams, turning those into goals and seeing God's vision for what lies ahead in my life. So pausing, that's my quiet time, tuning in to what God has to say. And so, quiet time, reading the Word, praising Him, and repeating the process. And whatever, and sharing the Word, I believe that is a big thing as well. And so, when I look at, what my word is for 2025, is restoration. And so that word just kept coming to me. And, and I wondered, why that word? And you may be wondering why that word as well. So it says the meaning is, in the dictionary, is return of something to a formal, original, normal, or unimpaired condition. And I thought, And so when I look at the spiritual, biblical meaning, it says to return or turn back, to return to me the joy of your salvation and uphold me with a willing spirit. Sometimes maybe I lose my way. Things happen in life. We all have life things happen to us. And someone coined the phrase, life is lifing for all of us. And we all go through things in our lives. And, and God doesn't mind that we question Him and ask Him why. Sometimes He feels far from us, or maybe sometimes you feel like He's not answering your prayers. But one thing I learned in the last year or so is that God's ways are not my ways. But whatever He has for me is for me. And so I was able to hold on to that because I did go through a tragedy in my life and in our family. And so maybe one day when I'm more comfortable with sharing, I'll share that. But it's still a very, very painful life in my life right now. So, but it also transforms our lives in healing past wounds and hurts. And I think for me, that's what it is. And filling in the missing pieces that have been lost, broken, or broken over time. And so, being restoring to me is being closer again with God and spending more quality time in His Word. I always have read the Bible, but I don't feel like I have been actually studying the Bible as I have in the past and getting close to Him. And so I want to keep growing, even when it's not all good, but even then, it's all God. And we all need Jesus in the in-between places in our lives. And that's what builds faith and hope. So, pausing, quiet time, tuning in through God's Word, praising Him, sharing His Word with others, and repeating the process on a daily basis. So, my goals and my vision and my plan, just do it. Grow forward. As I said, relationship building is a big part of what I want to do in 2025, focusing on the basics and sharing that with you. And I do want to implement more low-key chat sessions, such as this, increasing my presence through videos and live streaming, which I haven't done. Live streaming is something I haven't done in a long time. I do have some equipment that would allow me to do that. And so it's just doing it. And so my affirmations, be strong and immovable. My vision is bigger than me. Keep dreaming. Writing the goals, writing the processes, implementing the systems. And for me, Jesus is everything. And knowing in God, I am enough. And so I have go back over here. This is what I have for the month of January coming up in the new year. And so I do have some meetings. We have a couple of appointments here. Lots of family birthdays in January. Don't know what happened, but we'll be celebrating a lot in January. And so just a few elements, not a whole lot of decorations, but I probably would add some more things here. And so I just started with January 1st here. Happy New Year, 2025. I think this I may have gotten on Pinterest. This is a shape and an element, and I'd have to separate them, but it doesn't want to right now. So you can see, there it is. Okay. As I've said in previous videos, things don't always want to work when you want them to, when you're filming, but I'm just going to leave it. Okay. And so my inspirational statement or affirmation is to believe in myself in 2025. So my goals for January: get at least 8 hours sleep, which rarely happens, 6 or 7 maybe. Exercising. I found this online yoga channel, and so I want to do more of that. Reading both digital and hard copy books that I enjoy. Doing actual more study and journaling. No alcohol. Well, maybe a glass or two a month or something. And more low carb, more vitamins. Looking at the Mediterranean diet for 2025. Skincare. I do have some dermatological issues that I'm seeing a dermatologist for. And so just continuing to take my medications and vitamins throughout the year and to stay as healthy as I can. So I want to be mindful of all my processes in my health care and also taking care of myself. Because as I've said before, self-care is not selfish. And if I'm not taking care of myself, then I can't take care of my family. And so that's important to me. God, faith, family, and career, which I have enjoyed a career in healthcare as a registered nurse over the years. And so now this is my hobby, doing digital files, photo editing, and sharing those with you, family, and friends. So I think that's pretty much it for this video. And, I talked about, family and career, lifestyle changes. We are doing some traveling. We have some things planned for travel in 2025. And this is a collage of one of the trips that we did to Europe in 2024. And so that was a fantastic trip. And this is Monet's garden, these two pictures here. And, I really did enjoy that trip. So I'm going to say goodbye to 2024. Hello to 2025. And to you, my friends, all who are watching, I'm going to say ciao for now. See you in the new year. Take care.